Hello everyone, my name is Oscar. I'm the teacher of Information and Communication Technology. My channel helps you to increase your knowledge and skills in ICT fields. So the following lesson on the first unit, which is about computer maintenance, we are going to see computer capacities. So when we understand a computer, it's a machine, as you know, which takes data from the user or environment, processes data into meaningful data, which is called the information. So every computer has the capacity that we are going to discuss about right now. So the computers have storage devices. So a storage device in computer science is any computer hardware which is used to store data or information. So as there are so many storage devices, we are going to see the size of very important storage devices which are commonly found into our computers. So in digital computers, data is represented using a sequence of bits, bytes, and words. So here we have the word bit, and here we have another word byte, and here we have another word which is also a measurement unit of a storage device. So we are going to discuss the meaning of each one later. So what is a bit? Remember that a digital computer means any computer which is able to process digital data. And the digital data are represented by zeros and ones. That is the reason why we say that all digital computers understand the same language, which is a binary language. And the binary language, you understand the base 2, and every digit or number which is represented in base 2, it has the following symbols, zeros and ones. So bit means binary digit, means any digit in a binary system. So the bits should be either zeros or ones. And what is a byte? So in computer science, remember that all the computers understand the same language, which is a binary language, means the language which is formed by only zeros and ones. But we have also another unit which is called a byte. So what is a byte? A byte is a set of 8 bits. Each time we have 8 bits, we say that we have a byte, and also it should be called a character. And a character in computer science can be a letter, can be a number, can be a symbol. And remember that there are many types of symbols, like the symbols which are used in mathematics, which are also called the operators, like sign of plus, sign of minus, sign of division, and the other symbols like commas, like question marks, and so on. So a byte by definition is a unit of memory data which is equal to 8 bits. So as you have understood, a byte is a sequence 8 bits. So it means that 1 byte can be allocated to 256 distinct values because we take 2 power 7, which is equal to this number. So we say a sequence of 8 bits, but each one should be equal to 0 or 1. So we will have 2.7 different combinations, which is equal to 256. So we say that 8 bits equal to 256 different values. So what is called the RS key? RS key. Remember that we have different computer families according to their size and processing power. We have supercomputers, we have mainframe computers, we have mini computers and microcomputers, which are also called personal computers. Microcomputers, we are familiar with them because we use them in our daily activities. We use smartphones, we use cell phones, we use tablets, we use laptops, and so on. So all those families must have the common understanding, must use the same codes so that they should communicate either along the computer network when they are exchanging information and so on. So the computers use ASCII characters so that they should have the common understanding, they should communicate. So ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So you see that ASCII codes represent text in computers, telecommunication equipments, and other devices. So all digital devices must communicate one to another, which means that there are some codes so that they should understand. So those codes are called ASCII codes. So what is a word in computer science? Is a unit of data used by a particular processor. So a processor is the same as a central processing unit, and remember that the computer always takes data from user or environment, processes data, and produces information or output data. So a word is a unit of data used by a particular processor. The processor, when is transforming data into information, the processor when it is executing instructions of a given programs, so it executes the words. A word is a unit of data used by a particular processor. So now let us discuss about the capacity of a storage device or a storage size. So these are the memory capacity measurement units, which are different from the other units that we are familiar with, for example, in mathematics, physics, or other sciences. So we are going to discuss the types of measurement units which are used to know such amount of data or information which can be stored on a given storage media or a given storage device. So the commonly used units are the following. We have a kilobyte, which can be represented by capital K and B. We have megabyte, which can be represented by M and B. We have gigabyte and terabyte. So what I should tell you is that there are so many measurements which are used in computer storage, or in computer in computer hardware which are used to store information. But let's now discuss about kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, and terabyte. So here we have a table which shows the relationship among the following units. Remember that the smallest unit of measurement of computer storage device is a bit. And remember that a bit is either a 0 or 1. A bit means a binary digit, means any number which is expressed in base 2. So 1 bit, as you see, is always equal to 80. No, 1 byte, as you see, is equal to 80 bits. So what is the relationship between 1 kilobyte and 1 byte? So you see that here we have prefix kilo, which means 10 power 3 or 1000. For example, in mathematics we say that 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. Or simply we can say that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So it means that 1 m is equal to 10 power 3 kilo m. So in computer science, we use this number. 1 kilobyte is always equal to 1024 bytes. So 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobytes. If you want to convert 1 megabyte into byte, you take the value of kilobyte in terms of byte, which is equal to 1024 bytes, and you will discover that 1 megabyte will be equal to 1024 times 1024 bytes. So 1 gigabyte will be equal to 1024 megabyte. So you can also convert 1 gigabyte into megabyte. So for example, you can convert 1 gigabyte into its corresponding kilobyte. So as you know, 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte. So it means that 1 gigabyte will be equal to 1024 times 1024 kilobyte. Or also you can convert 1 gigabyte into bytes. So you see that you take 1 gigabyte will be equal to 1024 times 1024 kilobytes, which is equal to 1024 times 1024 times 1024 bytes. So here we have another measurement unit which is called the terabyte. So I can convert terabyte into gigabytes, megabyte, kilobyte, or bytes by using the previous relations. So you see that each time we say that my flash disk has 1 gigabyte, you say that the capacity of CD is 4 gigabytes. You say that the capacity of a CD is 700 megabytes. So we are talking about the measurement of the content, the files, information, or data which is stored on that storage devices. So keep in mind that 1 byte is always equal to 80 bits, and 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 byte. 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabyte, where 1 terabyte will be equal to 1024 gigabytes. So we can use the following table to convert one measurement unit into another one. So how can you know the storage capacity, the amount of data which can of the memory which is either installed into your device or which has been externally connected to your computer, because we have some external memories like external hard disk and so on. Now this lesson should also help the learners or the viewers of my channel to know how you can check the amount of RAM or the amount of hard disk or processor capacity of your computer. This is because every computer is characterized by three main devices, which are hard disk, because the hard disk capacity also is very important, because you must buy a computer which is able to store a lot of amount of information, and also RAM, which is different from hard disk, because RAM, which means random access memory, is a working memory, is a memory of your computer when it is switched on. It is a memory which stores the programs which are running. Whenever hard disk is a non-volatile memory which stores permanently everything that you have kept inside your computer. And also we cannot forget the processor, because the processor is the one which executes the program instructions. So let us see how we can check the capacity or the size of the hard disk into your computer. So here I have chosen some steps which can be some easy steps which can be used to check the amount of hard disk or the size of hard disk in the following operating system. Remember that every computer must have an operating system, because it's a software which controls everything. The operating system controls the operation of software and the operations of hardware. So as there are so many types of operating systems, so each one has its own methods or the steps to do different activities. So these steps show you how you can check the size of your hard disk once your computer has Windows Vista operating system, Windows 7 operating system, Windows 8 operating system, Windows 10 operating system, and Windows 11 operating systems. So on a keyboard of our computers, I want it to mean personal computers, there is a key which is called the Windows key. So you try to locate the Windows key on your computer, and there is also a key or a button containing the letter capital E. So you want to know the size of hard disk which is installed into your computer having one of the mentioned operating systems. So what are you going to do? You should use a shortcut combination. You press on Windows key at the same times with also this button. Immediately the file explorer will be opened. So after opening the file explorer, you are going to click on this PC. So in the File Explorer window, in the left navigation pane, click on this PC. After clicking on this PC, you see a section called Devices and Drives. So within this section, you will see local hard disk drives if you have partitioned your computers, where each one is visible together with the used amount of memory and the free spaces on each one. So after seeing the amount of each hard disk drive or local disk, you will sum up or you will calculate the total to know the amount of hard disk, the size of your hard disk which is installed into your computer. So here there is an example. For example, my computer has the following properties, or I want to see the hard disk, the size of hard disk which is inside my computer. Remember that the first step is to press on Windows key together with a button key where there is capital E, and immediately you open. You have opened the File Explorer. So after opening File Explorer, I have clicked on this PC icon, and after clicking on this PC icon, there is also another environment which is called the Devices and the Drives. You see that the hard disk which is inside my computer has been partitioned into two local disks or two independent disks. So where local disk C has the size of local disk C is 531 gigabytes. The total size, where the free space on this hard disk is 450 gigabytes. And also there is another local disk which is called the D, where its total size is 399 gigabytes, where the free space is 393 gigabytes. So the total will give me the total of this size will give me the total amount of the hard disk which is currently installed into my computer. So they say that the window above shows that the computer has two disks, so with the following sizes, gigabytes in size, and the size of hard disk is obtained by summing up the size of all the individual disks. So you see that by using the following path, immediately we are informed about the processor and random access memory which are installed into my computer. So this is the end of my lesson. Thank you very much for your attendance, but don't forget to subscribe, because your subscribe are a great support to me. So have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.